Well, it couldn't be more different for the defeated Republicans, as more allegations emerged today about John McCain's running mate Sarah Palin. According to Fox News, Mrs. Palin thought Africa was a country rather than a continent and didn't know which nations were in NAFTA, a major free trade agreement which only has 2 other members besides the United States itself. She's angrily denying it all, but there's now claims that she spent more than $150,000 on her clothes. Jonathan Rugman reports.
Sarah Palin was back in Alaska this morning, and the frozen tundra is where many of John McCain's aides would like her to stay. For one of them has reportedly claimed that she did not understand that Africa was a continent. Another has said that she wasn't McCain's first pick and that he spoke to her rarely. The governor now the punchbag for the senator's failed campaign.
We have a great relationship. I have nothing but admiration for him. I love him. And regardless of how much FaceTime we had together, the American people have spoken. We're going to unite with and reaching out to President-elect Obama and do all that we can to assist him in moving this great nation forward.
Palin often drew bigger crowds than McCain did. Her folksy you betcha style and her religious beliefs a tonic for the conservative base. But the witch hunt against her began weeks ago, just as McCain's aides sensed they were not going to win. It was a witch hunt fueled by the comedy shows, which lampooned her alleged ignorance of world affairs.
And I can see Russia from my house.
As for her knowledge of Africa, well, Palin now says she won't comment on what she calls bitter and false allegations. But what is clear is that some McCain staffers absolutely loathe her. It's emerged that though she wrote a concession speech for Tuesday night, McCain's advisers stopped her from delivering it, perhaps trying to thwart her own presidential hopes for 4 years from now.
Don't know what the heck's going to happen in 2012. Again, just very anxious to get back to work there in Anchorage and in Juneau, making sure that the people of Alaska are well served.
McCain's aides say she launched her now infamous attack on Obama
To pal around with terrorists
before the McCain camp had agreed to it, amid fears such jibes would backfire. Senator Joe Lieberman was reportedly the preferred running mate, though the campaign's chief strategist thought the Alaska evangelical would be more of a crowd pleaser than the Connecticut Jew. Was Sarah Palin a mistake, do you think?
No, I think Sarah Palin was one of the brightest decisions that he made. I think that she turned out to be a very good decision. Unfortunately, our left-wing media dishonored her and treated her terribly.
Yet the witch hunt continues from inside the McCain campaign. One aide quoted as saying that Palin had been advised to buy 6 outfits, costing up to $25,000, but then went on a spending spree, spending tens of thousands of dollars more than the $150,000 we already know about.
We laugh about that criticism, and if only people, come on up and travel with us to Alaska and see this diva lifestyle that I supposedly live or would demand, because that's just false. But again, I'm not going to participate in any of the negativity.
One of McCain's aides is quoted as describing the Palins spending money like hillbillies looting from coast to coast. But is this election the last we've seen of Sarah Palin? Well, darn it, no. Jonathan Rugman, Channel 4 News, Washington.